All right, so good evening. It has been way too long since we have visited. So here we are again. We're live on Facebook, on Instagram right here. So for those of you that on Facebook, we got Instagram going right here. For those of you on Instagram, meet everybody over there on Facebook and YouTube. So hey, we're going to talk about, hey Joe, how you doing? Camel Partners, how you doing? Thank you guys for jumping on. So hey, let's talk. Like the Zoom burnout thing is a real thing, right? I don't know about the rest of you, and I don't actually mind it because this is one of those things where you just simply start to lean all the way in, right? Because it's kind of like part of like how business is going now. Hey Joe, man, what's up? What's up, man? And Painters Express from Canada. If you need something painted, this guy can paint it for you, and he does the best job. Mike Glover, how you doing, man? So, back when this like whole thing started, and we actually put an article. I thought this was interesting. Back in May 19th, my gal Skylar wrote an article on Zoom burnout. And, I think all of us kind of thought back like in May 19th of 2020 that we're like, man, I don't know if I can take this another month or something like that, right? It is, a side comment, it is strikingly interesting how like the lighting looks on Instagram versus what StreamYard is showing me the lighting looks like for maybe YouTube and Facebook. So hopefully it's good. Anyway, so we wrote an article last May on Zoom burnout. Mike, man, I'm looking forward to seeing you actually in a couple weeks here. Can you believe it? It's like a couple weeks. And when it's gone, we're going to be like, this is crazy. By the way, I got a cool product that I want to show everybody here. And at the end of this, I'm going to keep this real tight. So just hang around for a couple minutes. We're going to talk about Zoom burnout because we've talked about content. We've talked about a lot of things. And the reality is what's interesting is when you look at businesses, how they're trying to adapt right now, they're still adapting. There's still some businesses that are adapting and growing and new businesses being created and new opportunities being created. And if you're one of those, actually throw me a comment in there. For those of you guys that are over on YouTube, Twitch, yes, you guys on Instagram, I'm actually broadcasting to Twitch as well and Twitter. Give me some love there and give me a little comment on, hey, is Zoom burnout a real thing for you or not? And those on Instagram too, let me know. Because like back in the early days of like May of 2020, we're thinking, hey, this is not going to go on that long. Who would have thought that people would be spending thousands and thousands of dollars for virtual conferences? Virtual conferences. Right? Isn't that crazy? When you really think about it, isn't it kind of interesting how like the dynamics have shifted and how where people are willing to do that now over Zoom? And there's like these massive events now. I know myself, and I believe Michael Glover here too, we've attended events where there's been literally, I think Mike on by the way, for those of you on Facebook and YouTube, Mike Glover, the Mike Glover on Instagram, follow this guy. Go hit him up. If you're seeing this even months from now, go hit him up and follow him. The Mike Glover, Glover. Follow this guy, and just put the date of when you watched or when this was, just so we're gonna keep his thing ticking maybe for years to come. Who knows, right? Who knows, right? All right, but literally some of these Zoom conferences can be a little draining. We felt that way back then. We definitely probably feel that way now. And if you're just tuning in over on Facebook and Instagram, by all means, catch the beginning part of this because that's important, especially those on Facebook there too. We felt that mental, that physical weariness really from that conference call. And it's like sometimes we felt like we got sucked in, right? Have you ever felt that way? Like you just got sucked in to that call. You're like, I did not expect this call to go this way. But the hard part is now that we're visual, right? You can't just like say, hey, well, I got to bail. And frankly, let's be real. You shouldn't do that. I've not done that, by the way. So any of you that have had calls with me, I've not done that just because whatever. Anyway, So the reality is too, is sometimes what you need to do is here's 3 simple tips. So we're going to lay it on there, and I'm going to put the description actually. No, you're actually right. So Mike on Instagram said, hey, depends on the conference. It has to be engaging. If not, the burnout happens quickly. And that's really actually super real. People, our attention spans are like shorter than goldfish sometimes. And goldfish, I forget the actual time frame there, but it's like really, well, let's face it, it's a goldfish. I mean, how distracted can they get real quick? But we're kind of like the same way. We want something that's going to catch our attention, that's going to entertain us. So we're looking for all these things now. We looked for these things before. Now we're definitely looking for those things, even in a short Zoom call. We're looking for little things that are going to entertain us, that are valuable to us. We're trying to move now through our day. And we're probably stacking more and more calls and more appointments in our day than we probably ever did before, real appointments, right? I know I am. I know I'm jumping from one meeting to the next meeting to the next meeting to the next meeting. And one of the things that we have to be careful that we're doing is we're not stacking those sometimes too tight. One of the things that I found very successful in doing is you space out like how quickly some people can schedule those conferences. Or I shorten up the time, because sometimes really I love to solve problems. That's something I love to do for clients. I love to like dig in and understand like what's going on and say, hey, here's how we can actually help solve that problem. Or, hey, maybe we're not the people to solve that problem. And this is just my input, from over 20 years of working with everything from the mom and pops to the Fortune 500s, the Fortune 50s, frankly. Here's my input on what you should do. Does it make sense? And what, I know, actually, frankly, I know it will work. I hope you take it. So another thing is taking screen breaks. If you have a Zoom plan coming up, look for other things to do. One of the fun things that I got in my office, and this actually came from my daughter, was she got me this, and I wish I was at my office because I'd show it. She got me this little golf thing, like this little putter strip. And I have a full set of custom clubs. I mean, I'm kind of like a tall guy, so I have to have those anyway. But my daughter got me this little putting green, and I think it comes from, we had golf clubs kind of laying around the office because, you're on a call, you'll putt a ball. And so sometimes you got to look for these little things to actually go distract yourself. I'll look for different things, opportunities where it'll actually shift my thinking and say, all right, hey, let's go do this. Let's go play some music. Let's go. We have actually now almost 3,000 square feet of office space now with COVID and everything like that. So we've actually expanded our office space. We have more room to work with. And man, I really need to change the lighting here because I don't really like the lighting from the YouTube side. So if it looks okay, then fantastic. Let me know. If not, no big deal. But we have more office space to play with. And so, you know what? It really allows for a change of scenery. Like today, we actually, I was having a meeting with somebody, one of my team members, about some projects we were working on. And it was really nice to just shift it. And we pulled ourselves out from one side of the office to go to the other side of the office. And frankly, it really was a big help out. So what I would love to know is actually, hey, oh, thanks, Joe. Thank you very much, man. Back to the Brandon Dawson YouTube. Oh, man, I like Brandon. He's a good guy. Thank you for tuning in, Joe. I really do appreciate it, man. So look for those different things. I'd love to hear in the comments of whatever respective stream you're listening to me on right now, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. What do you do to break up those Zoom burnouts, right? How do you combat that? So I'd love to hear your feedback. I'm sure everyone else would too. Be great. Oh, by the way, here's the cool product I want to show real quick. Link. Okay. Hit link up. It's these really cool things where you can build your business card up, right? And you can touch it. So I got one right here. And they even have a watch band. Check this out. They even have an Apple Watch band. That's pretty nifty there too. And they have some cards and things like that. So they have some great things for your team. I definitely want to give a shout out to Link. And I should have put it in the comments there too. But huge shout out to Link. Check their product out. Very inexpensive. Ah, nice. So get the team thing too. And if you need help with your logos and whatnot, we can help you out by all means. But yeah, get link. There you go, get link. For those of you on YouTube and Facebook, go get it. Especially, hey, if you're going to be at GrowthCon, hit up my man Jared at Link, and he will take care of you. And I'm sure he'll try to get this to you as quickly as possible. I'm just actually exploring it. I'm playing with it. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to get Audrey set up with it. We'll link it all up, man. So you guys be great, because nothing else pays. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.